Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading, so let's just jump into it. This is interesting. So you've got Wheel of Fortune over here with the overall past energy. Yeah, there's been some sort of cycle that you've noticed repeating in your life and you're just kind of done with it, I'm getting. And it's like, a lot of this has to do with relationships. This could be friends, family, partners, work colleagues. But I get that this is like people that you allow in your life. So this is probably like friends, family, those types. Could be work. So, take it how it's resonating. But there's some sort of like, it was causing you issues and you just kind of got over it. Because with the Princess of Wands and Princess of Swords, yeah, you were fighting some like desires, some mental all I'm seeing is like, you want to lash out at someone, like you want to just set the record straight and be like, listen here, I'm taking back my power, mother, like I'm taking back, you need to listen and get the out of my life. I'm done, get the hell out. It's that sort of energy, but whether or not you've actually enacted that, I don't think so. I feel like that's just kind of been the feelings that have come up. Like you've wanted to attack these people and just be like, you have never done right by me, ever. So don't for a second pretend like it's that sort of set the record straight kind of energy. And there is this strength coming up with it too. So I get that this isn't just some like angry, like unprocessed emotional baggage. This is something that's divinely blessed. Like when I was shuffling, I got the 10 of Cups as well. So it's interesting that it's ending in the 10 of Pentacles, but you also got the universe or hexagram pop out. And Spirit said to mention that, but it wasn't to come out in the reading. But they are saying that Spirit is definitely guiding this. You are being protected, you are being guided. All these little things that you feel like, I have to be wary of this person. I'm not sure if this person ever really had my back. Or, I'm like this sort of stuff. Spirit's saying you've noticed what you've noticed because of the repeating patterns. So if this is your reading and you've noticed repeating patterns in behaviors recently that you've just been like, I can't believe I didn't notice this before, but for some of you, you have, and it's just like you've gaslit yourself because you've been the helper. You've been the protector. You've been the provider. You've been the shoulder to cry on. You've been the scapegoat. And now it's just kind of like, hang on. I'm realizing that no one else is doing for me even half of what I'm doing for them, so I'm going to stop doing for them what I should be doing for me and give what it is that they're not giving me to me, rather than giving what I need to them, and it's not reciprocated. Like if it were, you wouldn't feel so depleted, you wouldn't feel so alone and distressed and all of those types of things. So Spirit's saying, yeah, this is strengthening you, this is being done for you, not to you. So understand that whatever stress you've got going on, it's for your own benefit, because it's shaping you into a stronger person, into a person you're going to need to be to receive the blessings that are coming for you. But once you receive it, like once you gain this strength, Spirit's saying that you're not going to have to try to maintain it. It's been a struggle, Spirit's saying, that you've had to try and maintain this for so many years. Spirit's saying, yeah, for a lot of you, this is decades long. So hold out just a little bit longer and keep your vibration high. Do the right thing despite how hard it might be, because you might be in the right. You may be in the right to absolutely destroy someone for doing something to you or something. But Spirit's saying, no, don't. You may be justified. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And if you do, retaliate and just go at them the way that they've gone at you, it's not going to work out very well. You're going to rob yourself of the blessings, and you're probably going to have to be put through this cycle again to get you back to this point, so that you don't take the low road. And now I'm not saying that you should never retaliate, you should never defend yourself, like that's not at all what I'm saying. But in this particular situation, with these repeating cycles of behaviors and maybe even relationships that are long-standing, you've just realized patterns in them. Or maybe it's not long friendships, but maybe you've realized that I make friends with certain types of people, and every time I do that, something bad happens. Like, I notice certain things and I always pretend like I don't. It's that sort of energy. And you'll be brought back to this again. So if you do miss it, it's okay. You will be brought back to this place again. But it's kind of like think of it like a train ride. If you miss the train, you have to wait for the next one. So keep going, because I don't see that you aren't, most of you aren't doing that. I feel like you are doing all the good work. You are taking the high road. You're really thinking before you speak, thinking before you act, analyzing your thoughts, and really coming to some very solid, mature, wise conclusions that the people in these cycles are probably going to try and distract you from. It could be gaslight you, it could just be distract you, it could be just giving you little bits of encouragement to do things that aren't actually for your benefit. So don't listen to anyone if you feel that you know, like, especially these cycles is what I'm talking about. Don't listen to those cycles. You've noticed what you've noticed. Use it to your advantage. Sometimes spirit shows you bad traits to show you who's not supposed to be in your life. Not so that you can help heal them, not so that you can this and that, because if it was that, spirit would bring them to you for healing, and then you would ask, okay, I'm struggling to heal them, how do I help heal them? But these people I'm getting haven't come to you specifically for healing. I mean, it's the role that you do play in their lives, karmically speaking, but like consciously, no one has been sent to you for specific healing consciously, so they don't see that the things that they're doing to you are actually tests from spirit. The moments that spirit's giving them to do right by you, and if they don't, they're going to suffer. Your job is to make sure that you don't turn around and go, oh, but I love these people, I need to help them because they're suffering. Understanding that how many times did they not help you? How many times? Now this isn't the attitude to have in life, but I'm saying with these toxic types in this particular reading, spirit is saying these people didn't do right by you, they won't do right by you. They didn't, and they won't. You've asked them, but they haven't. You've expressed your needs, they didn't meet them. And they're not even trying to inquire about them. They're actively trying to ignore them, to pretend like they haven't let you down many, many, many times before. This is all to alleviate their guilt, and they will do and say whatever they need to ensure that your life resembles something that doesn't make them feel guilty anymore. Whether that's you're broken and anxious and needing medication and therapy, oh, well, it's everything that you have a problem with is because you're an anxious person and you need medication. That's why you're doing this. That's why you're like that. You know damn well that the only reason you're like that and on the medication is, you may not be, but you know what I'm saying, is because of their bad behavior, and they know it. They know it. And they're avoiding accountability. And every time you go back, every time you say, oh, you know what, I should just be the bigger person, and, you know, they don't know what they don't know. That's okay in certain circumstances. But when it comes to people that have been in your life for decades, people that you've communicated with time and time and time again about what you need, about you being abused, about you not being okay, and they don't show up for you, what more is there to say? It's a painful realization. So it's up to you. Do you want to continue to allow people like that in your life? And maybe you think, well, they're family, I can't just, get rid of them. It's okay to love people from a distance. You can love family and friends and all sorts of people from a distance. You don't have to have them in your life. You don't even have to be in contact with them, and you can still love them. So don't think that cutting someone out shows them that you don't love them. Explain to them why you're doing it as you're doing it, but don't be tricked back into it. If they're the people that are just repeatedly neglecting you, don't allow them back in. That's the whole point of this. And if you do, spirit will make you sit at that train station being abused, because that's what you've chosen in this particular situation, when you know damn well that this person isn't going to do right by you. If you live with them, they're going to abuse you. If you befriend them, they're going to use you, or whatever which way. And you keep going back. You can't blame spirit. And I guess in some way you can blame them, but spirit will allow it to happen so that you end up back here. You'll sit at that train station going, why am I sitting in this horrible, scary train station and everyone's hurting me? And it's like, well, it's because every time we bring around the train, you don't get on it. You make excuses about all the other people that don't get to get on the train with you. So you stay at the station, trying to help everyone so that everyone can get on that train. And that is beautiful. You're a kind heart. You really are. But part of being a healer is also recognizing when you need to take care of yourself despite what is going on around you, because if you don't, you won't be able to take care of anyone, including yourself, at any point. So it's okay to walk away and love someone from a distance. The Princess of Swords and Wands together, look at them. She's battling mind. She's trying to like break free of some sort of desire that's holding her back. There's flames all around, there's energy, there's wind all around, there's energy, but they both look very trapped. They both look like they're in distress. And that's because you are, well, at least if this is your reading, that's because that's what's going on, and it's to strengthen you, to get you to get off of this, to cut that tail off. To obviously, I don't encourage animal cruelty, but this figurative lion that's holding you back, this desire that's holding you back, this it could be addictions, but I get that for a lot of you this is addicted to people, addicted to craving certain dynamics and certain types. It's like, yeah, there's this like helper mentality, healer mentality. And you've got the 3 clarifiers down here: state of mind, acceptance, courage, and community. State of mind, acceptance, courage, community. Yeah, this is all about your state of mind. Like literally the state of mind that's being pushed by like all the energy, the desire, the fury, the frustration, all the stuff that keeps coming up from these annoying, ridiculously frustrating situations. You gotta get out of that, because they're saying it's your state of mind. You need to have the courage and accept your situation, have the courage to move on, which is the strength. Community will come. And Spirit's saying that there's some people watching that are like, Mark, I have no idea how that's even possible right now. It's okay. Spirit will make it clear. You don't even have to try. You'll get, if you have the strength to handle this and say, you're not treating me like this, or you can't be in my life, and set that firm boundary, that will be the strength. That will be the strength from the princess. You'll move from the princess into the queen, or into the knight. Into the king, actually, because you're taking action. So into the king, you could take that leap. And what's on the other side of this strength, if you have the self-love that it takes to do as right by you as you try and do by others, really look at that. How do you show up for others? Try and show up for yourself like that just for 1 month. Try it. It's hard. It's very hard, but if you do it, my God, is it the most amazing thing you'll ever do. So what's on the other side of that is abundance, emotional abundance, all the things that you were lacking, all the love, the affection, the support, all of that is on the other side of this strength. And it may not just plop into your life, but you've set up the framework for something better to come in, other than the framework that is this wheel that is just forever spinning and spinning and spinning with the same characters stuck to it, and you keep saying, oh, there goes that character, oh, thank God they're gone out of my life, but then they loop back around and it's like, who, what, hey, you're back, oh God, just different faces sometimes, or sometimes it's the same face, but it's always the same thing. You've just got to get off of it. You've got to get on that train and have the strength to walk away and leave behind all these toxic people who did you wrong at that station. If they go, oh, look where they're going, they have the intelligence and the same spiritual support you do to get to where they need to go. The fact is, they're not, either because they're a young soul, maybe they've got lots of karma, maybe they've made lots of bad choices. There's a lot of reasons why people are the way they are, but all you need to do is focus on the fact that you know you need to step onto that train, because what's on that train or at the destination is abundance. And this debaucherous lifestyle where you feel like your emotional cups are only ever overflowing with poison, even though you have so many cups to fill, and you hold them out for people to put anything in there, because you'll carry anything in those cups for those people, even their poison. But Spirit's saying, with this strength, you will transmute this, you'll come into this state of an emotional foundation for you to build on. Finally, after all these years, you get to have the solid foundation now. It's your time. It is your time now. But you've got to have the strength. If you don't have the strength, you'll miss the train. You have to wait for it again. You'll get many, many, many chances right up until the day you die. But understand that it's on a schedule. It's on a cycle. So it's not always just like, I'm ready now, I'm ready to get on. You'll have to wait, and you'll have to hold on until that train comes, and you'll be like, oh, thank God, okay, now I'm on. But the art is transmutation. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's the witch, it's the wizard, it's the wise one, it's the healer, it's the helper, it's the warrior. It's taking anything and everything that you've wanted to change and changing it because you've got the skill to do it. And the skill comes from having the strength, which helps you build that solid foundation, which transmutes this debaucherous, toxic, poisonous energy that keeps getting filled into your cup into a beautiful work of art, and you will have wealth. This is the end overall. If you can work through these princesses with whatever that is that's looping on this wheel, fortune, wealth, completion, an end of a cycle, a new chapter. And this is something I'm getting, that this is like a completion. Sometimes it can mean the end of a good thing if it's in a bad way, but in your reading this is the absolute opposite. This is the end of a bad cycle and the beginning of your abundance of wealth, stability, emotional stability. You're surrounded by community, people who love you. But these toxic types, they're not going to stop treating you the way they treat you. They're tests. They're literally tests from spirit saying, you need to overcome this. And until you do, we're going to keep giving it to you. And if they have to move on to learn other lessons, we'll give you someone who's just the same. So if you've got friends, lovers, that you partners, and they seem to be all the same types, figure out what it is that you're trying, that all the red flags that you overlooked, all the ways that you didn't love yourself. So I'm a Gemini. I went through this, for the last few decades, but recently it happened where, I had to walk away from something that I thought I wanted until I realized it wasn't what I wanted, because what I thought I wanted wasn't actually what it was. It was an illusion. And I'm getting that for a lot of you, this is what that is. It's like you've told yourself narratives that these people are good, I love these people, and you do, that's great, and I'm sure you've seen the goodness in them. I don't think there's anyone who's inherently bad, but I do know that all people, all of us, are capable of bad things, bad behavioral traits, and it's about trying to fix them, trying to grow, and that's it. But these people, they aren't doing any of that. For a lot of you, I get that these people won't change. Like, it's kind of like this lifetime they were supposed to be a certain way, and that's just how they're going to be. And you trying to change them, fix them, help them isn't going to do them any favors. It's going to keep them stuck and away from their own strength. But when you remove your energy, you take your strength away from them, they'll have nothing. They'll have almost nothing, and it will crush them in a way where the pain of your presence being lost in their life will be the most excruciating thing they have felt in a long time. If they thought they knew pain, wait until they get rid of wait until the scapegoat moves town, or just stops communicating and giving advice and giving emotional energy to the situation. It's not gonna be good for them. But again, they will still have their own chances to get on that train, so don't feel bad for them and stay on that platform. You get the hell on that train. If you're ready, step on. Step on and don't look back, is what I'm getting. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there. Oh, I need to go ground after this reading. But you keep fighting, keep noticing what you notice. Don't gaslight yourself into thinking, maybe I was just being overreactive. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Nope. Don't do that. Don't gaslight yourself. Alright, I'll leave it there, guys. I've got personal readings as well. If you want a personal reading, they are very cheap at the moment. I've dropped the prices, so head to the Witchway Magicks website for more info, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, thanks for watching. Blessed be.